Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Shry Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Shry Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the game.
Welcome back inside of the Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center. It's the show 2024 College Basketball on the Southeast Sports Network. Glad to have you along with us for this one. Promises to be a really good matchup between these two on SCSN. And this is one that we circled on our schedule in red before we got started. It's the 6-3 Campbellsville Tigers, the 2-3 Oakland City Mighty Oaks. That was the record coming into the weekend in the tournament. I'm Gabriel Shry here with my good friend and analyst Gary Justice on the call. There's a chair in the way. Glad to have you in the press box with us for this one. Gary, this is going to be a good one.
It really is. We had an opportunity to talk to Coach Vernon. It's the season. They're 6-5. He's 0-2 so in his last couple of games, and they've been very, very close games so far, and he's been encouraged by his team. They need to get a little better play up from the guards. Their point guard play. Been very impressed with their bench play yesterday. They scored 59, lost 61-59 to Kokomo yesterday on a last-second shot. 34 of their 59 coming from the bench play. Kobe Penny with 23 to lead the way. Oakland City, they lost yesterday 86-79 to Union Commonwealth. Hunter Johnson led the way with 24 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 steals. Mack had 18 and 10. A couple guys come off the bench for the Mighty Oaks as well. Negron and Topes with double figures off the bench.
Campbellsville Tigers, Oakland City Oaks. There's so many different talented guys on the floor. Two really good coaches as well. So you just talked to Coach during the half of our last game. In fact, I don't think we've had more FaceTime with any coaches than these two.
I tell you, it's been really good. Coach French been on, of course, the co-founder of the show and leading the Mighty Oaks program. You had an opportunity to interview him. Coach Vernon was on during the IU Kokomo Pikeville halftime. In his 9th season leading Campbellsville. Coach French, his 4th season leading Oakland City University after spending 14 years at Rio Grande. It's Mid-South and River State's going back and forth here. Should be an entertaining matchup here at the show.
I actually really want a pair of Coach French's kicks. I like the kicks they got rolling.
I'm not sure what the proper term is. I guess he has fresh game. I don't know if that's
good.
right term.
No, you got to sound confident. He has fresh game.
Okay.
That's good. His fit check, strong. Fresh fit game.
You know, when I said that, Kaylin was looking at me and she's smiling and shaking her head no. I can know quickly that I probably said the wrong thing.
Just push through. You just got to look confident. They'll believe you.
Sound confident.
I believe it. You do have fresh fit game. They saw you on camera. You got a good fit.
There you go, yeah.
The shoes need work. We're ready to go. College basketball is back on the Southeast Sports Network. Gabriel Shry and the recently roasted Gary Justice.
A little change to the Campbellsville starting lineup. Keithton Brown will actually get to start today for Campbellsville. Come off the bench yesterday.
Great entry pass, mid-range. Tigers get it to go, cashing in.
Yeah, Milburn had 13 yesterday. Got a quick bucket here. Start nice offensive possession for the Tigers. They want to score about 84 points per ball game. They play very efficiently on the offensive end.
Milburn is a Campbellsville native, and he's averaged about 14 points per game so far this season. they'll need that production out of him to handle the Mighty Oaks. Mid-range ball, that was a deep one, and the 2 balls off the mark.
Nice job of Dalton Kramer with the defensive rebound from that guard position. He had 10 rebounds yesterday.
Driving, tried for the floater. Another chance now. Tigers keep it alive, low paint, and the Mighty Oaks catch the whistle.
The Tigers doing a good job on the offensive backboard of getting multiple shots each possession there. Keyston Brown coming in, cleaning things up here. The graduate student hit a big shot yesterday. Proved to be, it tied the ball game up. Had an opportunity to go to the line and get 2 from the charity stripe.
Campbellsville's women's program is number 3 in the country. We covered their barn burner last night. They had a really good one. Ginger High Colvin came and joined us in the booth for basically the first half of our nightcap, Montreat at Shawnee State, and that was really good. I don't think I've ever learned more from a coach than she taught me in just a half last night.
And she wasn't even, coaching us directly. This was like during the game, and
it was awesome.
She was describing plays. There's a reason why she's Campbellsville has a NAIA high 25 trips to the national tournament on the women's side.
Extremely entertaining. Elbow, no. Oaks tried it. Good look. Now to respond. Tigers to the corner. Smith out to the wing. Dalton Kramer. Back down low to the corner, and the 3 is cashed in for Javon Smith.
Nice job of resetting in that right corner. He wanted that shot the first time through, reversed it around, got it back to the corner. He knew what to do with the basketball.
Well, he's appeared in all 9 games this season entering the weekend, and he struggled from range until now. He's only made about a quarter of his 3-point shot attempts.
I really like the confidence he shot that one with. You told me to be confident with my fit game, my fresh game as far as shoots to the kicks. Smith showed that in the right-hand corner. Got the basketball up, held the release, got the bottom of the net.
This one from range rattles out.
Claxton going high above the rim for the defensive board.
Elbow. This one cashed in. Good looking ball in response by Hunter Johnson.
Nice job. Had a big game yesterday with those 24 points. Looking to get things going here for the Mighty Oaks offense on a Sunday afternoon.
This one goes from mid-range. Walt Ferber told me yesterday Hunter Johnson led the state in scoring in high school, one of the best and most prolific scorers.
Very talented scorer, and very confident with the basketball. They'll run multiple screens for Hunter Johnson, get him as many looks as possible.
Great entry pass, Mighty Oaks. Long winding pass over the top. This one grabbed up, fighting his way down inside, and the violation as Negron can't get it to go.
Fouls been called on Milburn. Coach Vernon was questioning the official. He thought Milburn went straight up. The rule of verticality. He thought the shooter went into Milburn, but the official saw it differently. It's the same crew we had in the first game today. It is a nice job in that U-Pike and IU Kokomo game. That was a close ball game. Again, it's Tyler Wimpsett, J.K. Goings, and Nate Sutton doing the officiating.
8-3. 3 minutes and change into this one, make it 8-4. Oakland City has one of the best broadcasters in the league. Really great guy, Walt Ferber. He's over on the other floor right now. You can tune in as the Reinhardt Eagles take on Freed Hardeman University. Matt Kibbe on the call. Ferber with him. That one cashed in for mid-range to make it 10-4.
Milburn with a quick 6 points there. All part of the offense. Get him to look right at the free throw line. He's very comfortable with a 15-foot jump shot.
This one from three-point land goes for Robbie Williams.
Williams did a nice job being ready to receive the basketball. The defender took a step back, rose up quickly, drilled a three-point shot.
Campbellsville Tigers. Dalton Tramer fed it down in front. This one rattles and goes for Kayston Brown, the graduate student from Lexington.
I love seeing the motion from the Campbellsville offense.
This one off of the floor, the Mighty Oaks fumbling the ball. 15:42 to go still in our first half.
Kobe Penny's going to check in for Campbellsville, replacing Smith. Penny had a big game yesterday. Had those 23 points off the bench, along with 4 rebounds and 3 steals. Big time bench production for the Tigers yesterday.
They entered the record into this tournament 6-3 overall. 1-game win streak entering the tournament and ranked in the top 25 in the NAIA, and well-deserved, obviously, as they nearly cash in the 3. Campbellsville has been a force for so long, and now both the men's and women's side are nationally ranked, recognized, and well-respected by the media like ourselves.
Campbellsville, a quality program by a quality head coach.
Robbie Williams, way back on the front court, distributes. Amir Mack loses it. Here come the Tigers. Flight number 4, you are cleared for takeoff.
Did a nice job on the steal. Banks got down the floor. They advanced the basketball with a pass. 14-7 lead for the Tigers.
KJ Banks, the senior from Memphis, Tennessee, easily ladles that home. It's 14-7. Oakland City looking to respond. Mighty Oaks, great feed across the floor by Robbie Williams. Now from mid-range, that one goes. 5-point ball game.
Negrin did a nice job yesterday, 16 points and six assists. Nice smooth stroke there from the elbow.
I talked to Ken French yesterday a little bit about the most impactful coach I've ever worked with in my life was the first coach that went way out of his way, that didn't kind of owe it to me. I wasn't on his team. Adam Krug, he's an NCAA, or was an NCAA ice hockey coach at a Division III school in Michigan. Now he coaches in the AHL. Took me aside and taught me everything about ice hockey that a broadcaster would need to know to get me started doing games. Really incredible guy. Ken French reminds me of him. There's a few coaches that, you know, they're not just about what's happening on the floor. They're a whole program transformational person. I can just see it, the way he talks to people that are helping out the program that are not players, the way he's treating people that work in the venue, the way he's treated us. That is a transformational leader and one in a million type of person.
He brought students down to help work at the show as well, give those guys experience as well.
Campbellsville Tigers. Backdoor. Pulling up for 3, big high bounce off the top of the backboard, and it's out. Almost 7 minutes into our first half, where it's 14-9, and right now the advantage in the hands of the Tigers.
No, Campbellsville doing a good job of attacking the rim, making Oakland City make a decision defensively and find some open shooters. Tigers looking to start knocking things down. Only 1 of 5 from deep so far. Oakland City offensively need to find number 5, get him the basketball a little bit more, let him have a touch. Each time down, run him off a couple screens just like this right here.
Oak City 3-ball. Hunter Johnson cashes it in. The most prolific scorer you can imagine, probably the most prolific at the tournament.
He made 6 threes yesterday. Nice, silky smooth. That's his first this afternoon.
Tigers. Great entry pass. It's tipped and loose.
Oakland City starting to make a little adjustment defensively here, Gabe, as the Cutters start going to the basket. They're doing a better job of rotating their defense to get hands in passing lanes.
Long feed onto the floor, out to Noah Gordon. Back inside, great pass, off the glass, it rattles and goes for Dalton Tramer, the sophomore from Hebron, Kentucky.
Kramer did a nice job yesterday getting to the rim, but unable to finish a lot. Yes, he went 3 of 11. That job was able to play through the contact and get the finish.
Working this around, and now it's loose. Skeetering along the baseline and out of play.
Kayston Brown checked back in, the graduate student there. Coach Vernon said during the interview he missed about 6 weeks due to a toe injury. Still trying to get his wind back, so to speak, trying to get back in game shape. So he'll play in spurts for the Tigers.
Inbounding pass, this one short. Good look by Johnson. It remains a 4-point game. 8 minutes gone in our first half. Knifing his way down inside, and the outlet pass by Brown. He was looking for Briggs, and it's off the floor.
Brown got to the paint there, thought his teammate was going to be in the corner. The teammate was going to go back to the wing for the pass. A little miscommunication, a little zigzag. You got to wonder how much of that is where Brown's missed those last 6 weeks.
Brent Vernon, the bench boss, you spoke to him between halves during our last game. He's assisted by Mark Vernon. They do a wonderful job for Campbellsville.
The brother combination.
Quite the tandem. Oak City. Mighty Oaks off the mark for Robbie Williams. He gets it back and tries to put it in off the glass. Fighting down amongst the trees, and the Tigers take it away. Get it, trees? This one picked up by Campbellsville for a moment, and the violation right in front of Coach French.
Foul against third team.
The third team foul call on Mighty Oaks here in the first half. Nice look to Penny on the wing, unable to get the shot to go there. Foul at the bucket. Get that on Noah Gordon. His first, team second. That's going to send Ali to the line. Shooting 2. We'll miss the first. We'll have one more. Smith will return to the lineup. Penny will check out for the Tigers. Couple of dribbles up, holds the release, rattles around, comes out, battles for the rebound. Briggs will come away with for the Tigers. Now they're going to push. Keeson Brown will look over to Coach Vernon. Tigers will like to make about 9 threes per ball game. They've only made 1 so far. Briggs will have it up top. Over to Keeson Brown, 9 on the clock. He'll drive, get to the bucket. He's basketball stripped from him. All the way to the bucket. Left-hand layup, no good. Briggs with a defensive rebound. Brown will come away. Come down the left side. He finds Briggs. All the way to the bucket, try to finish. He's denied at the rim. Nice job defensively by the Mighty Oaks. Shot up, rattles around, comes out. Hunter Johnson. Nice defensive board for the Mighty Oaks. Get over to Williams. Williams all the way to the bucket, tries to finish the left hand up off the glass, no good. A battle for the rebound. It'll be a over the back violation. Barica, his second, team's 4. And then Barica will check out. Claxton will check back in. Nice job by Smith with the box out to force the over the back violation. Under 10 minutes play here in the first half. 16-12 Campbellsville. Campbellsville is the home team on the scoreboard. Briggs has the basketball, dribble off his legs. Brown will come up with it. The attack all the way to the bucket, shots up, shots good. Vail with his first bucket of the afternoon to give him 2. Swinging on the wing. Back down, 14 on the clock. All the way to the bucket, the pass. The strip, Briggs, Brown, Smith, all alone. Shots up, shots good. Smith with 5 points here this afternoon. The lead's 20-12, and that is the largest of the day. Williams out the basketball up top. Coach French says, give me a timeout. We'll see if it's a full or third. Let's see. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Just keep it right here. I'll go over some statistics with you guys. So far, the Tigers 9 of 18 from the floor, 1 of 7 from deep. Dover leading the way with 6 points. For Oakland City, 4 of 12 from the floor, 2 of 4 from deep. They're led by Hunter Johnson's 5 points so far. Rebounding is pretty it's even so far, 9 for the Tigers, 8 for the Mighty Oaks. Mighty Oaks turned over 5 times, and the Tigers have turned over 3. The Mighty Oaks played out of Oakland City, Indiana. On the season, they'll average about 74 points per ball game. Their shooting splits, 44% from the field, 37% from deep, and 65% from the free throw line. They like to make about 6 threes per ball game. They've made 2 so far. Johnson inbound the basketball. DeGron will have it up top. He'll keep it. He'll attack the bucket. Milburn with the denial at the rim. Kramer will get up to the Brown. Back to Kramer. 25 on the clock. Slip screen from Milburn. He'll lay it up with the left hand. That's up and good. Give him 8 points. And it leads the largest of the afternoon at 10, 22-12. Stay tuned to halftime. Georgetown College head coach Chris Briggs will be joining the Southeast Sports Network for an interview. They'll swing to the left side. Johnson, 3-point shot, rattles around, comes out. Nice job by Banks with the defensive rebound. Kramer will attack. Milburn from the wing. From the rim comes away. DeGron will have it up top for the Mighty Oaks, 25 on the clock, trailing by 10. Kramer's going to be called for the hack. His first, team's third. Topes will check in for the Mighty Oaks. Had a good game yesterday. 11 points, 7 rebounds, 3 threes off the bench. Mighty Oaks are struggling on the offensive end right now, 4 of 14 from the floor. 28% clip. Good inbound. Spin move up and under. Nice shot. Amir Mack with a bucket. Mack had 18 and 10 yesterday. Mack's first bucket of the afternoon. Round up top, Milburn with a screen. He'll slip. Smith will have it on the wing, started by Topes. Kramer with 5. I don't think he got that shot off. They'll say a shot clock violation, will be a turnover charge for the Tigers. It'll be their 4th here in the first half. We'll run 23 stack here from Coach French. So far, this first half, Gabe, it seems like the Mighty Oaks are struggling on the offensive end. Get anything going for the Mighty Oaks.
And the Mighty Oaks are so good offensively. It's odd to see them struggle on that end of the floor. That tells me Campbellsville knew that if they could just slow them down, frustrate them a little bit, their game plan might start to fall apart. Throughout this first half, I would say to some degree it has. But importantly, and as you know, the old cliche is, but it's a very true cliche, the best coaches make their adjustments at the half. Great play down inside. It doesn't pull together. Campbellsville to respond, and a rifle shot pass by Penny finds its way off the floor.
Penny knew before he received that pass, he had Smith wide open in that corner, turned around and threw a missile above Smith's heads out of bounds. Turnover to the Tigers.
We do apologize for any issues you've had with your viewing experience this weekend. I've been in a street fight with a security company that the Meadowview uses, and they're winning. I'm really beat up.
when you say street fight, that is putting it lightly as well. That's been a battle for the last week.
we couldn't get on the network, and so I actually gave up, and we're doing it off of wireless on both floors. And now our computer is banned on the other floor from the in-house conference network, so we're on the public Wi-Fi. It's just crazy. That's why we've been having problems. So we do apologize if you've lost a feed, if it's been bumpy at times. We're on public internet. Drive down inside. Floater won't go as there's a collision. He's down and rising slowly. Hopefully he's all right.
This makes the second time this year I got to see Dalton Kramer play 5 in grade. And Kramer's one of those guys, he's going to play downhill, get all the way to the bucket much as he can. He's not scared of contact, and he's pretty good about finishing through contact as well. He's got 2 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists already. We'll go to line shooting 2. Kramer had 8 points, 10 rebounds yesterday. Excellent rebounder from the guard position. Makes the first, we'll have one more. They'll sink both of them. That's the lead. Let's take that lead back up to 10, 24-14. That is the largest lead here in the first half.
And the violation. 10-point game just inside of 6 minutes to play in this first half between the Mighty Oaks and the Tigers.
Yeah, Milburn tried to denial at the rim. It'll be his second foul, team's 5th. And on the denial, they said Milburn got him on the wrist. Not for sure if Milburn agrees with the call. Those 2 fouls, Milburn will check out, Noah Gordon check back in.
Off the mark. Siobhan keeps it rolling. Dalton Kramer. Tigers on the elbow. And this one will stay with Campbellsville. The violation, I believe Ali is called.
Mighty Oaks doing a good job on the defensive end themselves. The Tigers come in and average 84 points per ball game. They held Campbellsville to 24 here in the first half.
Tigers pitch that down to the corner. Tipped by the Mighty Oaks. Oakland City, Ali running the floor. Jostled from behind. Holds onto the orange. Great job slowing the tempo by the Mighty Oaks. A lot of teams that have been tempted to run and gun there. Ali down to the baseline. Blown tire. The ball back in the hands of the Tigers.
Yeah, the Mighty Oaks have brought their lunch pail on the defensive end. They're struggling to find that consistency on the offensive end. Quite a defensive battle so far here in part of the show. 2 gritty teams with gritty head coaches.
Ken French in his 4th year leading the program of the Mighty Oaks. He spent the previous 14 years at the University of Rio Grande. And of course he founded the show. Prestigious tournament, probably the best weekend tournament in America. More teams than any other holiday tournament every year.
31 games, which is amazing.
It is pretty incredible. And the amount of planning, coordination that goes into pulling this off, I don't know how he does it.
I mean, he has a full-time job already. It's almost a full-time job at that, but he's employed full-time at Oakland City University. Definitely very appreciative of Coach French of bringing this type of event to this venue and having all these teams. And you've talked to me as well. There's a lot of teams who are on a waiting list wanting to come be a part of the show.
I'm excited to see who's here next. They continue to grow this thing, add new faces, names, and fun to the mix. It's 26-15, 5 minutes to play in our first half. 26-15 in Kingsport, 4:47 to play in our first half between the Tigers and Mighty Oaks. Gabriel Schrei, Gary Justice, Southeast Sports Network. Both programs taking a moment to collect their thoughts, get ready to go again. Glad you're here with us. This has been a good one.
A defensive battle. Again, two gritty coaches here, Coach Vernon and Coach French, coming out and really imposing their will on the defensive end so far. The Mighty Oaks 5 of 17 from the floor for their 15 points, 2 of 5 from deep. 10 of 20 for the Campbellsville Tigers, 1 of 8 from deep. So the Mighty Oaks have definitely come out and made a point to shut down the three-point shot. Again, Campbellsville wants to make around 9 threes per ball game. They've only made 1 so far. Should be an entertaining one.
Music, please.
The front of the iron, 4.5 to play in our first half.
The next game we'll have will be the Brescia Bearcats and the Union Commonwealth University Bulldogs on the women's side. Be anxious to watch that ball game.
The Dogs.
The Dogs out of Barberville, Kentucky.
I'm familiar with the Dogs. They had a buzzer beater win in the AAC basketball tournament last year, and it was a huge upset. It was a bottom of the bracket upset when we first got started. The center hit a three-point bomb.
And typically you don't see the centers hitting bombs,
No,
especially last-second bomb.
Not usually. Pretty good stuff. I think it was to beat Tennessee Wesleyan, if I remember correctly. Oak City. Jalen fights his way along the block, tries it off the glass, and it came off of the heel before being put back.
I really like to see the Mighty Oaks are doing everything they can offensively to find some type of rhythm there. They have 5 in blue who can score on anybody in the country, but Campbellsville done a nice job of running multiple defenders to him. Somebody else has got to step up and help out 5 in blue. McGraw did a nice job of getting all the way to the bucket, unable to finish, but he'll get 2 free throws.
Cuts it to a 10-point game. Second rattles and won't drop. Tigers on the offensive end of the floor. 4 minutes to play in our first half. Oak City creating trouble for Campbellsville. A scramble for it on the timeline. Wow, chaotic.
You talked about having a segment on the Southeast Sports Network, the Lunch Pail Crew. I think the Mighty Oaks had got 3 guys applying for that role. A lot of Mighty Oaks getting on the floor after those loose balls.
They all win. There's no limit to how many lunch pail guys you can have in the room.
I like it.
The NAI is kind of a lunch pail league.
Nice job of Oakland City bringing that physicality on the defensive end there. That resulted in a foul in that situation, though. But Oakland City is making Campbellsville really be strong with the basketball. If you're not, they're going to slap the basketball away and try to create some transition buckets. They're trying to create offense any way they can for the team in blue.
10-point game, Oak City. Mighty Oaks. Ali. Didn't keep it for long. Jalen. He cut inside last time. Back over to Ramad. The sophomore from Newark, New Jersey. Heavily defended. Penny creating pressure, and it doesn't pay off as the Mighty Oaks bury the 3.
Back-to-back possessions where the Mighty Oaks have got points. Let's see if that can lead them into a positive ending of this first half.
This one from range, big high bounce, and it's out of play.
Campbellsville come in the game out rebounding their opponents by 7.5 rebounds per ball game. That's holding steady here in the first half, as the Tigers got 15 rebounds to Mighty Oaks 11 so far in the first half.
Seven-point game. Oak City, too much on it. Tigers scoop up the ball along the baseline. Here comes Campbellsville. Nearly pickpocketed by Williams. Penny fights his way in and kisses it home off the glass.
He's that guy off the bench for Campbellsville who's going to get hot quickly and score a lot of points. Got to the bucket easily there with the finish.
Oak City trailing by 9 with 2:20 to play in our first half. They've done a nice job controlling the tempo of this game. Mid-range goes the J, knocked down by the graduate student from Clarksville.
3 straight possessions where the Mighty Oaks have got points. It's a nice positive trend for the Mighty Oaks.
Campbellsville Tigers, ball stolen away by the Mighty Oaks. And this one lost. Oakland City couldn't connect with Robbie Williams, trying to get that through traffic. The Tigers disrupt.
Yeah, it's been a struggle in this first half with the Mighty Oaks on the offensive end, but the last 3 trips, they got points. They got a free throw, got a 2-point bucket, and a 3-point bucket. See if I can continue here, see if they can find something where they can click the rest of this half and into that second half.
7-point game. Hunter Johnson floats it onto the boardwalk. Shoveled down to the corner. Mighty Oaks, Ramad working it around. In trouble, heavily defended by the Campbellsville Tigers. Following him out to the front court is Noah Gordon. Jalen steps up to the elbow. Williams now to the baseline, fires from short range and knocks it down with 90 seconds to go in the half.
4 straight trips, they got points. They're starting to click a little bit on the offensive end. Coach French has found something he likes.
5-point game, 28-23. Ball's loose, Mighty Oaks scrambling for it. 3 ball to respond by the Tigers off the heel. Campbellsville, another chance inside. Rattles and won't drop it. Rolled off the side of the rim. Mighty Oaks trailing by just 5. 68 seconds left in the half. Oak City. Williams spinning and turning. Gives it off to Jalen. He comes to the close side to Ramad. Fighting down along the baseline. Passed out front. 3-ball. Bombed home in Kingsport.
And they're starting to find their offensive efficiency here. Nice ball reversal. Campbellsville starting to collapse defensively. Wide open jump shot from the top of the key. Find the bottom of the bucket.
Tigers creating motion. In trouble. Tigers nearly lost it. Down low off the glass and one.
Kobe Penny showing that he's the offensive fire plug for the Tigers off the bench. Tigers struggling offensively. He's got their last 2 buckets. He had an opportunity to go to the free throw line to add to his point total today.
6'3", 200-pound graduate student. He's from Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, so local to the area. Averaged over 15 points per game so far this season, and he's been good at the line, 80%. And one. Six points separate us with 30 seconds to go in the half. Oak City looking to make it a very narrow margin going into the break. The shot clock off. Way on the front court. They're going to burn the clock out.
Oakland City's done a nice job here the last half of this first half of attacking the bucket and finding an open shooter or finishing at the rim.
The Bearcats and Bulldogs are watching. Along the timeline, Jalen fights his way down up near the arc. 3 seconds inside from the paint, swatted away. The Tigers prevent the scoring chance with seconds to go in our first half. 31-25. We'll go to the break. Maybe not. 2 shots they're calling for a violation, Gary.
Yeah, Briggs thought he had the rejection at the end.
I can't believe it. Wow. We were ready to go to break. We almost just went to break and you didn't get to see it. They put a third of a second on the clock and the first goes to the Oaks.
So this will be the 6th consecutive trip the Mighty Oaks have got points.
And the second goes as well. So 2 points at the line for the Mighty Oaks to close out the half, and a little bit of a stunner there.
Hey, just as a reminder, the Georgetown College head men's basketball coach Chris Briggs will be with us during halftime. You want to stay tuned for that one.
31-27 after one half of play.
Want to watch your favorite Southeast teams in action? We've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at sesnsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network, bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere. Catch the most thrilling moments from your favorite local teams, only on the Southeast Sports Network. From jaw-dropping touchdowns to game-winning goals, we bring you all the highlights that make the Southeast the heart of sports. Don't miss out. Tune in anytime, anywhere, and relive the action like never before. The action lives on our YouTube channel, but you can watch highlights many different ways by visiting our website. The Southeast Sports Network, where every play matters.
Been an excellent tournament so far. Good ball game.
Sure has. I haven't seen them all like you guys have, but from what I've seen, it's been.
Comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee. Looking live inside of the Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center. Very fortunate to have Georgetown College men's head basketball coach Chris Briggs. Coach, we appreciate your time this afternoon.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
Coach, you got your club to the number 2, the latest polling up to the number 2 of the national rankings. How you guys played so far this year?
Playing pretty well. You know, obviously the perfectionist in every coach, picks out the things you can do better. But, proud of our guys. We got a good group of guys that work hard, stick together. You're going to battle adversity game in and game out, different points of the game, and, how they respond to that. It has been pleasing to me so far. So we've responded to each different situation in good ways. So just excited about the process. It's early. It's December 1st, and rankings right now don't mean a whole lot, but it is nice to have that ranking, and just got to continue to work and continue on that upward trajectory. Excuse me.
So Coach, as far as I've been asking this question of a lot of different coaches this weekend. What was the attraction for you to bring your ball club down here to play in the NAIA of the show?
So we came last year. Was the first time we'd come. A few years ago, we had 22 conference games. So we only had 6 or 8 non-conference games back when it was 30. Then it changed to 28. So we hadn't come before. Last year we lost, obviously, Pikeville, lost Thomas More, lost Tennessee Southern, a few teams in the league. So we needed a ton of games. So we came down and had a great experience. Coach French does a great job. All the people down here that help him out, and I put on the tournament. You guys as well. Everybody's first class down here. It's great atmosphere, great tournament. A lot of fun to see, different teams from Florida, all over the place, Florida, Indiana, Tennessee, Georgia, teams from all over. So just a great tournament, and, not too far travel. Get down here and have 2 quality games and then get back home.
I've talked to a lot of coaches, too. They talked about when you play better teams, it magnifies your deficiencies where you need to improve.
Absolutely.
I know with a smaller conference like the Mid-South, you don't start that conference action until January.
Right.
So you need to find that good competition, because once you get in link play, Coach, I know it's a smaller league, but that's pretty tough Mid-South conference.
Yes, it's a war night in and night out, and we've said for years that anybody in that league can get you on any given day. So you got to bring your A game and be ready to play. And like you said, get good quality non-conference competition. We've been out to Kansas City the first weekend of the season, played at Bethel's Classic down there in Tennessee, and had our Classic at our place. So we've had a lot of good quality non-conference games, and these 2 more right here, with 1 more coming up with St. Francis this afternoon. So looking forward to it.
So, Coach, what do the Georgetown Tigers? What do you guys need to continue doing to be successful this year?
Just guard. Everything starts with defense. We talk about, solid pressure and staying in front of guys, making them take tough contested shots, not giving them clean looks, and then obviously dominating the boards. Usually if you can dominate the boards and take care of the basketball and get some decent looks, you're going to be okay. So we just emphasize the simple things right there. That sounds simple, but in the game of basketball, obviously they're not.
So vice versa, what do you guys need to improve on to have continued success?
Right, need to improve our free throw percentage a little bit. We did that yesterday, actually. We made free throws better, but this year we've kind of not been great at the free throw line. Just got to keep rebounding, keep defending. I think our defense has been pretty solid. Offensively, we've struggled from 3 at times. We've had a couple halves where like 1 for 11, maybe even yesterday. I believe we might have been 1 for 11 from 3 in the second half. So, some of our problems have been when we get maybe a 15, 20-point lead, we kind of let up a little bit, and that's when that other team focuses in and locks in more. So, just having that kind of killer instinct to not let people creep back into a game. We had a really good game with Bethel, Indiana last Tuesday night where we had a great first half, played well, guarded well, and we're up, 20 or 22, and then we let that lead slip to 2 before we end up winning by, 8 or 10 or whatever it was. But just staying on the, keeping that foot on the gas pedal and staying consistent once you have that 15-point lead and remembering what got you there and continue to do those things.
So, Coach, I want to talk about Chris Briggs. I want to talk about the challenges you had. You came to a program where you had a legendary coach in Happy Osborne who had a lot of success. Talk about the pressure for Chris Briggs to replace Happy Osborne, and that's the nest seat.
Well, as a young coach, he was a great mentor to me. I was lucky to be his assistant for 4 years and learned so much from him. Hall of Fame coach and one of the best to ever do it in the Mid-South Conference and in the NAIA, frankly. So was definitely big shoes to fill. Tried to take a lot of things, still do a lot of things that he did, and obviously I've got to be myself. You can't try to be somebody else as a young coach. You got to be yourself and just try to read situations and try to make the best decisions. So definitely everybody will tell you sliding over from that assistant coach to that head coach's spot is a little different decision making, and it's going to take you some time to adjust to it. But like I said, was very fortunate to learn from Coach Osborne for 4 years before stepping into those shoes, and what a great man and what a great coach.
Somebody that I'm very close to, I know you have a close personal friend, Kelly Wells. Yes, he's always talking about even coaches have got to be coachable as well.
No doubt.
And in your 4 years, you learned a lot from Coach Osborne.
No doubt. He's exactly right about that. And Kelly Wells is another great one that was great in our league for many years and won a national championship there at U-Pike and did a heck of a job. So, great friend as well.
So, Coach, what year is this, 9 or 10 for you? Georgetown.
As head coach, this is 14.
Wow.
Believe it or not, 14. 2011-12 was my first as head coach.
Oh, wow. I know you had every year been to national at Kansas City every year, national tournament?
Yes, sir. Well, not to Kansas City since they changed to 16, but yes, to the national tournament.
So what's the key? How do you continue that success over such a long period of time, 14 years? How does that continue at Georgetown College?
Well, just finding the right guys, the right, recruiting. So much of it is recruiting, finding the right players, the right people, not just basketball players, but the right people, kids that want to work hard, kids that want to be pushed, kids that want to buy into the team concept. A lot of guys, when you're recruiting, especially some of these transfers, they want to look at where can they go average 20, average 25, average 30. And it's been a long time since Georgetown had a guy average 20, 25, or 30. We usually have 5 guys averaging between 10 and 16. So, just finding guys that want to be a part of a winning program and a winning tradition and continue that.
I saw Coach Oliver, the football coach, they picked up a big road win yesterday in advancing the national playoffs as well.
Huge for them, big time, and I believe they're playing down in Florida again next weekend. So I believe they got Kaiser now, so that's huge for them into the Final Four, I believe now.
Yes, it's funny how they go make that trip back up to Kentucky, go back down. I don't know how that goes or how it works out.
I wondered that too, but I'm sure it would cost a fortune to stay down there for a full week, so who knows?
And that's so the challenges, with NAIA sports, small schools, sometimes that travel gets very, a lot of times you're not on planes, you're all the time on the bus trips.
Oh yeah. Well, football, they're fortunate to have the big buses. We ride around a lot of these 15-passenger vans with a whole lot of Domino's and cookout cheeseburgers. It's great though.
Well, Coach, we definitely appreciate your time. It's always been fun watching you play. The Georgetown Tigers is such a great representative of the NAIA basketball. You guys play at a very high level. And a lot of times, when you guys played a lot of Division I schools, you guys you push a lot of guys to the limit on the Division I level as well.
Right. Those games are a lot of fun for our guys. You know, get an opportunity to go out there and compete against those guys. And we've had some good ones. We had a good one with Western Kentucky a few years ago where we kind of hung around for about 30, 35 minutes. And usually that lasts, if you hang around, you're fortunate enough to hang around for a while. Usually those last few minutes, that talent level kicks in. And, you know, we were down 1 in Rupp Arena to Kentucky last year with you know, so many of these guys that are here. So, you know, those games are a lot of fun for your program. But when you hang around in those games for a little while, they become harder to get. So.
That's true. The whistle may change a little bit too, Coach. You can tell. So, Coach, we'll appreciate it and good luck this season as well.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate all you're doing for the Classic here.
Yes, sir. We appreciate you, Coach. That's Chris Briggs of Georgetown College men's head basketball coach. We'll send back to the station for break. Watching the show on the Southeast Sports Network.
Welcome to SESN, your ticket to the front row of the sports world, covering local, regional, and national events. We bring the game to you. Feel the excitement of every play, every score, every victory. Get your seat, get on air, and immerse yourself in the heart-pounding action. The Southeast Sports Network, where sports come to life.
We're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official. It's the best decision I've made.
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
Get to be outside, get to like experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
It helped me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
Welcome back to Kingsport for the second half of the Mighty Oaks and the Tigers. 31-27 at halftime. Gary Justice, Gabriel Schrei. He'll be back here shortly. Caitlin Bone on doing the production for us today. A good first half. The Mighty Oaks started figuring things out toward the latter part of the first half. They ended up going 9-22 from the floor, 3 of 7 for deep. Led by Negron that first half, 12 points thanks to 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Tigers go 12 of 26, 1 of 10 from deep. They led by Nate Milburn's 8 points in that first half. Kramer had 6 rebounds. Mighty Oaks will start off with the basketball. Negron will have the basketball up top. Will get it back off the pass. A drive to the bucket. Nice job, Milburn. Defensively, will force the miss. Claxton with a miss. Defensive rebound, Keaston Brown, the graduate student. Bring things across half court. Brown will have it on the right wing. Gets to the paint, step back, jumper, shots up, shots good. He's Keaston Brown, give him 5 on the afternoon. The Tigers lead at 6 at 33-27. Dribble drive to the baseline, Milburn on the defense. Mike has a basketball on top. Negron will take it with him, 15 on the clock. Shot up from Johnson from the wing. Rattles around, comes out. Milburn with the defensive rebound. Gives it over to Kramer. Kramer will hand it off to Brown. Brown will have the basketball on the wing. Milburn will set the screen. Brown to Smith. Back over to Brown. Nice ball movement. Looking to give Milburn a touch in the paint. He goes up strong, and he's hacked, and he'll go to the line, shoot 2 shots. We got 23 Mack. That'll be his third, team's first here in the second half. Jay Milburn go to the line shooting 2 shots. This will be his first trip. The Tigers were 6 of 8 from the free throw line in the first half. They'll make the first. Have one more that leads up to 7. The largest lead of the day has been 11. That was at a 26-15, the 4:18 mark in the first half. Milburn making both. He's the first player for the Tigers in double figures this afternoon with 10. And the lead is 8. 18:35 to play in this one. Negron will use a screen. Get over to Williams. Got the basketball at the top, working against Brown. Over to Negron. 15 on the clock. Look for Johnson on the cut. He'll give him on the post. Working against Smith, gets all the way to the bucket, tries to finish at the rim, unable to do so. Milburn, as Claxton will get the finish. Offensive rebound, give him 3 on the afternoon to lead to 6. Brown bringing the basketball down the floor for the Tigers, working against Williams. They'll swing it over to Banks, over to Kramer. A shot fake, up and good. Dalton Kramer. Big time bucket there, Gabe, for Dalton Kramer. The Tigers struggle a little bit offensively. Kramer hit the 3. It's only their second made 3 of the afternoon.
Yeah, the margin's about the same as it was when we went to the break. We're only a couple minutes into the second half, Gary. Mighty Oaks really had a run going before the half. I don't know if they've cooled off. What do they have to do to really stoke the fire, other than passing inside to Hunter Johnson?
Definitely, I thought when they had the offensive efficiency toward the end of that first half is when again the paint touches, whether it be drives or passes, and it opened the offense up. Where they struggle is when they start dribbling the basketball around. The offense is starting about 35 feet from the basket. It allows Campbellsville to set up defensively.
Mighty Oaks, mid-range J, just short. Kramer pulls it down. He's the one who runs the floor before handing it off to Javon. KJ Banks heavily defended. Now from the corner for 3. This is cashed in by Jay Milburn.
Nice job from the baseline. A good look for Jay Milburn on the baseline. Caught the basketball, was ready to shoot it from 14 feet out. Give 2 more points on the scoreboard for the Tigers.
Robbie Williams. Williams again, this time he's blocked, batted by KJ Banks. Here come the Tigers. Campbellsville from the far side of the floor. Banks gets the block. The senior buries the three.
It all starts with a paint touch. Smith wide open in the corner. Ball finds the bottom of the bucket.
Catch the most thrilling moments from your favorite local teams, only on the Southeast Sports Network. From jaw-dropping touchdowns to game-winning goals, we bring you all the highlights that make the Southeast the heart of sports. Don't miss out. Tune in anytime, anywhere, and relive the action like never before. The action lives on our YouTube channel, but you can watch highlights many different ways by visiting our website. The Southeast Sports Network, where every play matters.
Three and a half minutes gone, 43-29. Campbellsville Tigers are driving the bus right now, but Oak City wants to knock it off the road, Gary.
Yeah, Campbellsville come out hot here in the second half. 4-4 from the floor. They're outscoring the Mighty Oaks 12-2 in this second half. Mighty Oaks has got to figure out something to do defensively. The Tigers are 2-2 from deep as well. Now, I think the Tigers offense all start again from paint touches, finding open shooters. They have some very elite shooters, but they need the room to shoot. Oakland City, they need to find those open spots. Campbellsville doing such a good job on the defensive end of contesting every single shot. The Mighty Oaks are only 1 of 6 from the floor in the second half.
Mighty Oaks trailing 43-29. Hunter Johnson over to Robbie Williams, and we've got a straight fight down in the paint.
Going to call for the hook. Burka was trying to establish a little position on the inside. Nice job by the Tigers of offering some resistance, and offensive foul was called. Hardest lead of the afternoon is right now. It's 14. See if the Tigers can continue to click offensively.
Campbellsville down from the baseline, a kiss off the glass. It won't go. It rattled off the front. We're 4 minutes into our second half. Free ball off the mark. And the Tigers pushing the tempo, misfired.
Yeah, tried the skip ahead pass there. Smith was going to the corner. Banks thought he was going to go to the bucket. The zigzag theory there. He thought he was going to zig and he zagged. Led to the turnover. I think Banks had the right idea. Smith had a lane to the bucket there, but Smith also hit a couple of threes this afternoon. He may be feeling it. Led to the turnover.
This one, big high bounce won't go. Floater, backdoor, this one off the glass. Easy money for KJ Banks. Bank is open.
So Smith and Banks, Smith returned the favor to Banks this time, able to score the bucket. 16-point lead. Campbellsville doing a good job. Very efficient on the offensive end and lockdown on the defensive end.
Scooped up. Tigers, backdoor pass again, wide open, great communication, great passing. Javon Smith, Campbellsville running the floor, wide open, playing fast, playing fun, 47-29. I didn't see that. That's great. Sid Christ, talking about our last broadcast, tweeted at Gary and I. He's the associate head coach of the Pikeville Bears. And he said the chair held up. Shout out to Shy Guy and Gary Justice. You're welcome, Sid. We were really tracking the chair's statistics and the success rate of the chairs.
Helped led the Bears to hold on to a victory this afternoon.
The chair or him?
I want to say the chair.
here is pulling through in the clutch. Mighty Oaks working it around. Dished along the arc. Great entry pass down low off the glass. It almost drops for Hunter Johnson. The Mighty Oaks have to find a way to get Johnson involved.
The Mighty Oaks 1 of 9 from the floor in the second half. They have to improve offensively, then we'll make a comeback. Really, I like what Campbellsville is doing offensively. It was a turnover there, but they continue to attack the paint there, making Mighty Oaks making a decision defensively on the rotation here on this end. Mighty Oaks have got to do something, get Johnson involved, get Negron involved, get somebody else involved, even Topes. See if they can find some buckets somewhere.
Shoveled to the corner. Long feed out to Hunter Johnson near the timeline. 6 minutes gone in the second half. 6 on the shot clock. Here comes Johnson from the edge of the block. He runs into a Tiger and the violation.
It's going to call on Gordon as he had hacked him before the offensive foul. So it'll be the Mighty Oaks on the baseline with 20. Second half, Campbellsville's used offense and defense to outscore the Mighty Oaks 16-2 here in the second half.
Tossed across the floor, nearly a 20-point game. Mighty Oaks trying to cut into it. Entry pass, tip Tigers, a chance to make it a 20-point lead. Down low from the baseline, blown tire. Oakland City takes it away. Tigers scrambling for it on the hardwood jump ball.
I said from the Mighty Oaks, we're seeing they're still playing hard, which is no surprise with head coach Kim French that will demand it out of his team. They're down 18, really struggling right now. But balls on the floor, you'll see a lot of blue jerseys going after the basketball.
Kickball violation. 47-29, 13 and a half to go.
Campbellsville playing very efficiently here in the second half. You talked about a game about halftime adjustments. It's always the key. So far, the Tigers are winning this halftime adjustment.
Sent in. Ball rattling down the floor. Tried to put it off of Johnson as he's scrambling over the timeline. That's Marcellus Vale.
They say Vale's the first one to touch. It'll be over the back violation. That'll be the 10th turnover charge through the Tigers this afternoon. Mighty Oaks starting to run out a little bit of time. They need to start to get things going here. They only scored 2 points here. It's almost 7 minutes to the second half.
Fighting along the arc. This one rattles, won't drop. Knocked away.
Yeah, Johnson is such a tough guard there. He can score at all 3 levels. He's very quick with the basketball. He's got a quick shot there. Briggs just tries to stay in front of him. Johnson a little bit too quick. Got the hack.
Entry pass. And the violation. Oaks can't believe it.
You know, Gordon, instead of keeping the hands up and playing a little defense, tried to start smacking at the basketball. You know, with more risk than he did basketball, going to call for the violation.
Barrick is a senior from the Netherlands. Entry pass off the mark. The Tigers take it away. From the baseline to push their lead to 20, it's cashed in.
Kind of a little awkward play on that right side, but Briggs did a nice job of gaining his momentum. Turned around and kissed it off the glass.
Chasing the ball down inside. The true freshman Morton. Down low, Barrica again heavily contested. Kobe Penny, the graduate student, getting after it.
Nice job with the Mighty Oaks here. They're really starting to attack this paint. Down by 20 with 12 minutes and 40 seconds to go. They're continuing to play hard on the offensive. They're making some adjustments. They're trying to go inside out. See if they can get Campbellsville to start rotating a little bit more. Campbellsville already been whistled for 4 fouls here in the second half. Shows the intentionality from the Mighty Oaks to getting the basketball inside.
This goes for Barica. We've almost played 7.5 minutes of the second half. Barica is a senior from the Netherlands, transferred from Mount Vernon Nazarene. He started every game so far this year, averaging about 5 per game for the Mighty Oaks.
He's a good-looking player. Definitely, he brings some defensive intensity for the Mighty Oaks. He's a difference maker in there. He has opportunity to block some shots and get a lot of rebounds.
6'8".
Athletic, 6'8" as well.
Tried to swat at this, and Penny draws the whistle as the ball will go with Oak City.
Oakland City is starting to do what's called a man-and-a-half defense there. As soon as that guy comes around the basketball, you flash as a defender, make him go a little bit wider, and that allowed the Oakland City Mighty Oak to slide in position and take the charge, create the turnover. See what happens here. See if they can get a couple of buckets in back-to-back possessions.
Campbellsville Tigers, that's Brent Vernon. You can hear yelling, "We need a stop." They're up by quite a wide margin, but they can feel the pressure from behind. Oakland, Ahmad down inside, off the glass, it rattles and falls into the twine.
That's the reason Coach Burton see that. He's starting to see Mighty Oaks starting to click a little bit on the offensive end, and they're playing extremely hard on defensive end. That leads down to 16.
Here come the Tigers of Campbellsville. Barica on the defense, forces him to pass it away. Penny is pickpocketed. Oak City has the ball. Ramad running the floor. The New Jersey native. A howitzer pass down the floor looking for Johnson, and he overshoots him. This one into the corner of the gym.
I love the intensity. The Mighty Oaks are starting to turn things on here. The latter part of that first half, they had the same type of intensity. They finally found it at about the 13-minute mark here in the second half. The last 3 minutes here, it's been all Mighty Oaks.
The Union Commonwealth University Bulldogs have entered the gym. Battle down inside. He'll shoot 2.
I think he'll put it on base. I think we'll call it on 32. Barica was called for the defensive foul.
I was surprised he said shoot 2. He said 32.
He did put up 2 fingers.
He got me. Campbellsville.
It's only game 13 for you the last 3 days.
I need a glass of water. Marcellus to the far side. Down along the baseline. Campbellsville. Backdoor, great pass, wide open. Take the elevator up there.
Who needs a look on a Sunday afternoon? Dalton Kramer with a no-look dish for the slam. Nice look from Dalton Kramer.
Briggs jams it home. It's 51-33. For 35, and Johnson, a violation as he takes a step.
Yeah, that was all created by Briggs, who shifted over. He rotated defensively. Johnson had a path to the basket there. Briggs' rotation called Johnson to shuffle his feet, caused the turnover. Basketball is back to Campbellsville. Small things like that add up to wins. Mighty Oaks had all the momentum here. Campbellsville got a nice dish and a dunk. Now got the turnover. See if they can capitalize here as well.
Tigers running the floor. Close baseline. Long pass to the backside. The 3-ball off the mark. It rims out. Campbellsville picks it back up. Tigers battling inside. And another big collision as the whistle goes.
You see the bench for Campbellsville standing up and clapping. The energy's back in the huddle here for the Campbellsville Tigers. And that all started with a nice defensive possession and forcing the turnover. Coming back here after the dunk. I have an opportunity to get a couple free throws.
At the line, this goes. The lead for the Tigers, 19. Briggs, 65% of the line this year.
A good-looking junior here. He's a very springy, good athlete for the Tigers.
Omaha, Nebraska native, makes it a 20-point game.
He's a little ways from home on a Thanksgiving weekend.
A little bit. Freed Hardiman leading the Eagles next door, 53-40. Tigers loaded to the arc, 3-ball, no, too much for Marcellus. Oak City. Ramad fights his way to the baseline. Mid-range, Jay, too much. It came off the back side of that orange rim. Big high bounce, and the whistle.
Coos will be called for the offensive foul as he on the box out. Team's 5th.
Kramer put it on the floor. Keaston Brown. The timeline. Halfway through our second half, Gary. Tigers. Briggs dished it over to Marcellus, who hits the three this time. The lead widens.
At one time, there's a 16-point ball game, but Campbellsville used a couple of great defensive possessions. They earned some extra offensive possessions. Easy baskets, leads back up to 23.
This one comes off the front side of the rim. Campbellsville Tigers, 9.5 to play. They've got a commanding 23-point advantage. So a handful of games left. Nebraska Bearcats standing by. The Union Commonwealth University Bulldogs standing by.
The Bulldogs.
Union Bulldogs.
The Union Bulldogs.
Driving down towards the block.
Dalton Kramer on the push. Smith will return. Bill will check out.
Marcellus comes off the floor and has placed Javon. Blocked. Campbellsville Tigers a whistle before he can get this going the other way, and this will stay with Oak City.
That's an athletic play from Keaston Brown. They got the block in the corner, then gathered the basketball, try to throw it back in bounds.
That was an athletic play. 3 games left in the tournament. This has kind of flown by. Wow! Bank shot! 3 ball!
I'm sure Coach French will take buckets any way he can here late in this second half. The bank's open for a 3-point shot.
3 ball! Campbellsville Tigers knock it down in response. 61-36.
Rob Briggs out of this left corner. Nice job of Campbellsville getting the basketball before quickly. Briggs found his spot.
This one rattles and won't drop. Tigers long out of the feed down the floor, taken up by Smith. Backdoor pass, and it drops for Jay Milburn.
That basketball traveled 94 feet without the first dribble. Nice job of Campbellsville advancing the basketball with a pass.
It's like, what's the new stats they do? You know. All right, well, it'll come to me.
I'm not following yet.
That's a good one. Nice number. Driving from the edge of the paint, Hunter Johnson, turnaround, Jay can't knock it down. He's cold.
They have a lot of advanced analytics now where you can ball travel per possession, per dribble.
That's generally what I mean, you know.
I'm following.
How far? Yeah.
I'm following you. It'll come to us.
It's going to come to me.
Probably when you're traveling down to Tampa when you'll think of it.
I'll be halfway there. It'll be like 2 a.m. Oaks come up with it. 7 and change to play. Oakland City. Hunter Johnson drives his way down along the edge of the block. Jostled on his way in. The ball is going to go with the Campbellsville Tigers. And a timeout on the floor. We'll take a break as well. College basketball, Southeast Sports Network.
Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app, and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire tablet with just a few clicks.
We're back in Kingsport, 7:07 to play, 63-36. Campbellsville commanding. Gary Justice here with me. I'm Gabriel Schrei, college basketball on SCSN. Gary, a good one.
A good one here. A great facility. Two good ball clubs here, Campbellsville and Oakland City at Mighty Oaks. Mighty Oaks had this game within 14 here in the second half, really starting to click, and a couple of back-to-back defensive possessions for the Tigers that led to some easy offensive buckets here for the Tigers, and they continue to click, shooting 12 of 16 from the floor this second half, 32 points, 4 of 7 from deep. Mighty Oaks only 3 of 17 from the floor in the second half, 9 points, 1 of 7 from deep. Two Tigers in double figures. Milburn lead away with 16. Smith has 10.
Working it around, Campbellsville Tigers. Penny drops it in from mid-range.
Has 7 points this afternoon, a nice job, and coming off the bench, a little bit of a firepower off the bench. Leads up to 29.
Returning to the offensive end, tried to force that. How about that pass?
I also want to say something real quick on that last bucket. The net got caught in the rim. The official ran over and went up and grabbed the net out of the rim and then ran down the floor. You're talking about an athlete.
That is an athlete.
A pretty good athlete. Hey, I'm refereeing the basketball game. I'll get the net out of the rim.
Just casual. Along the edge of the hardwood. Tries to feed this inside. And now the violation as it rustles the twine.
Yeah, Penny continues his great offensive play here in the second half. The old late 80s, the Detroit Bad Boys, they had Vinny the Microwave Johnson. Kobe Penny's that type of guy who come off the bench, get you a lot of points in a very quick manner. He's got 9, shooting for 10.
Rattles.
Yeah, Penny led the way yesterday for the Tigers of 23.
This one down low. Just inside of 6 minutes to play in Kingsport, Tennessee. What a fantastic place to visit. I believe we're going to have a special guest, Mr. Frank Lett, the King of Kingsport.
I love it.
I don't know if you like that nickname.
We won't tell him.
Should we call him King of Kingsport? We won't. We'll just call him Frank. Down inside and cleared for the jam. Noah Gordon gets it to go.
He knew what to do with the basketball. Nice feed, nice pin on his defender. Able to finish at the rim.
This one skeeters off. 5:19 to play, 70-38.
Been very impressed with the offensive production here. The firepower for the Tigers in the second half, up to 79% from the floor. Excellent job by the Tigers here in the second half. It's all the way to the bucket, misses. Gordon will come away with the defensive glass. Kramer will have a crossover dribble, get to the bucket, absorb some contact. Banks, Smith, Banks, three-point shot up, rattles around, comes out.
Frank Lett, the president of Visit Kingsport, going to join us in the booth. Glad to have him, as always.
How's it going, fellas?
Hey, there you go.
It's weird with no headphones. Y'all have to tell me if I sound right.
You sound good. You always sound good. Glad to have you with us. Frank, Visit Kingsport does such a wonderful job with all these conference tournaments, but there's so much to do more than just see sporting events here. This is such an open-ended question, but what are some of your favorite things about Kingsport that you always go to?
From a visitor standpoint, probably the biggest jewel we have, no pun intended, jewel in the King's crown, Bays Mountain Park. Oh, hey, there we're on the screen. Look at the camera, Frank. Bays Mountain Park, which is our city-owned park, one of the largest city-owned parks in the southeast. There's a 20-acre lake up there. Used to be the water supply for the city. Animals in their natural habitat. And tons of hiking trails. It's a must-see if you're coming to Kingsport for sure. And it's only $10 a car. Not by the person, but by the car.
Oh, that's a good deal. The meadow view itself is amazing.
Yeah, unbelievable facility, just almost at 30 years old, coming up next year, 30-year anniversary of the facility, but been through some renovations and just kind of keeping the new polish on for the guests.
I've been very impressed with the Kingsport, what you guys have done down here as far as to attract so many people with you, sports teams, shopping, dining, or just vacationing as well. Talk about the intentionality of what Kingsport has done to attract people to the area.
Well, you hit the nail on the head. Intentional, very intentional about what we do. Even from down, from the viewers at home seeing the logo on the court, the sign on the backdrop at the website, just everything we have to be a little more intentional. We're not the first place you think of when a leisure destination, but from a special event standpoint, we own a 9-day summer festival called Fun Fest. Downtown concert series, just a bunch of things to create activities for guests and visitors. And then it's also, just an added benefit, quality of life for our citizens. And then on top of that, anybody who's coming to town for a business meeting, we want to make sure they have something to do to get out in the community, not just be stuck in their hotel or at the convention center here.
I live in Pikeville, Kentucky myself. I know a lot of people who visit Kingsport, they end up moving down to the Kingsport area, whether it be for employment opportunities or just love the area. They're very attracted to this part of Tennessee.
Yeah, we just had Pikeville, the Santa train up there. Big Kingsport to Pikeville connection. The 84th running, I believe, which is unbelievable. Something, if no one has seen that, you should definitely check that out. It's always the Saturday before Thanksgiving. But, yeah, we are a hot spot right now, and we have been for probably the past 4 years on people moving to the area. For 2 consecutive years, this was the top 10 one-way drop-off for U-Haul, and they've added 2 new locations. So I think you kind of add all those things up, and obviously it's telling you people are moving here. I think it's due to the affordability of the area. That's one of the things I fell in love with when I moved here a little over 19 years ago. It's a safe community, and there's things to do. And you're close to, if you want big city life, you're 90 miles to Knoxville, you're 80 miles to Asheville, can be in D.C. in 6 hours. So you can get places pretty quickly, but kind of a quaint, small town feel with some big town amenities.
The Tigers,
and we got a great basketball tournament.
No kidding. Extend their lead. 2:47 to play. The Tigers have been able to do no wrong today. So many teams here. What do you usually find people who come for the sporting events do while they're in town, and what do you think they're missing that would be a great, maybe they're on their way out or they're just getting here and they've got a few hours to kill? What's a good one?
There's a ton of great restaurants that are locally owned. So if Riverfront Seafood's a good one. Giuseppe's Chop House is a regional.
Hang on, let me write this down.
Oh yeah, go ahead, get a list. You'll be back. I know. And we, even the quick service places like Pal's, that's probably one of those things. You can only go to Pal's, and I think there's about 30 locations, and it's headquartered right here in Kingsport. They've won the Malcolm Baldwin Service Award twice, and they're the only fast food restaurant to ever win it. So that's kind of a special thing in itself, and has almost a cult following.
But before you talk about that cult following, come from Pikeville to Kingsport to broadcast this one. I stopped at Pal's in Wise, Virginia.
There you go, first stop. Right?
First stop is right.
Outside that, there's a ton of great things in our region, not just in Kingsport. We try to sell the whole region. Bristol Motor Speedway, unbelievable facility. Right now, the Speedway and Lights going on. They have events over 200 days a year. You can go in and visit the facility and even drive your own vehicle on the track at certain times and at certain speeds. I don't want to say it's like go as hard as you can. There's Birthplace of Country Music Museum is up in Bristol, Virginia, just on the Virginia side of the city of Bristol. Smithsonian certified facility, unbelievable. And then you've just got a ton of historical sites here, not only in Kingsport, but throughout our region. Netherland Inn is here in Kingsport. Used to be the only inn you could travel to in the 1800s by land or by water because it's on the Holston River. And the salt boats from Saltville, Virginia came down the river making their way to Knoxville, and that was the stopover points. Tons of history, if that's your thing.
I'm a big history guy.
Okay.
Also, you talked about a lot of people moving to this area. Also, the quality of health care you have here in this region is absolutely amazing. I know a lot of people from Pikeville travel down to this area for the health care. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, one of our largest employers in the region outside of Eastman is Ballot Health. They are the largest rural hospital group in the country, but they do a fantastic job from, urgent care all the way to surgeries. Then in addition to that, we got State of Franklin Healthcare as well, HMG, Holston Medical Group, you're right, a lot of healthcare is a huge provider, between the city, healthcare, and Eastman. Those are our three largest employers, but then oddly, tourism is a big deal in our area. Second largest employer in the state, or second largest industry in the state of Tennessee is tourism.
Well, Frank, we really appreciate you joining us, and once again, the accommodations in Kingsport itself could not be more welcoming and more wonderful to visit.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you all for doing a great job. I've been watching at home.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Frank Lett, president of Visit Kingsport, joining us in the booth for the conclusion of this one. And the Campbellsville Tigers really run away with it, 79-42, your final. Gary, any brief thoughts?
Yeah, real quickly, second half, Campbellsville very efficient on the offensive end, 18-28 from the floor. They hold the Mighty Oaks to 6-27 from the floor in the second half to run away with this victory.
79-42, the final for the Tigers, for Oak City. Frank Lett, the fans, Caitlin Bone, our director, and you, my friend, Gary Justice. I'm Gabriel Schrei. We'll catch you next time on the Southeast Sports Network.
Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Schrei Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Schrei Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in.